Hi everybody, I'm Greg Fishel. Welcome to bonus weather video number 2 for this week, and going to be sharing with you a website that you can go to if you're a weather hobbyist and play with a little bit. And it's furnished by the Storm Prediction Center out in Norman, Oklahoma. These are the experts that put out all of the watches for the country: tornado watches, severe thunderstorm watches. They're basically monitoring the entire country for any area that has any potential for severe weather. And so they also have what is, I think, is a great climatology site, and that's what I wanted to share with you today. So if you were to go to Google or whatever search engine you use and put in SPC for Storm Prediction Center and then the word climatology, then this list will come up behind me. Let me put myself down here in the corner, and you click on that. There we go. And this is what comes up, okay? Now, up here, there is a thing where it says select station. It defaults to Norman, Oklahoma. Gee, I wonder why, because that's where these guys are located. But you click on that and you scroll up a little bit and you come down here and you should see Greensboro. There it is, okay. And that's the closest upper air station to the triangle. That's why I picked that one. There's another one in Morehead City. It's just a little bit farther away. So right now, the parameter that it defaults to is precipitable water, which is the amount of water vapor in the atmosphere if you integrate it through the entire column right above any given location, okay? So the shaded areas there represent the 25th to the 75th percentile. Where have you heard me say that before? When we show you the European ensemble mean for precipitation, it's showing you where the middle of the bell curve is, where most of the values lie, and then the outliers are on either side of that. So in this shaded area, this is where the 25th to the 75th percentile, the lines that wiggle a whole bunch are the actual data points for this given date. And I think the period of record, I'm looking at this here, goes all the way back to 1948 and goes up to 2023. So obviously it's got many, many years that it's averaging out over a given date. And over here, it'll show you the min, the 10th percentile, the 25th, see up in here, and then the median, the mean, the 75th, 90th, and max value, okay? And then on that date of all of the readings that were taken on that particular date, what was the highest value ever observed on that date, okay? So you have all of that. And then this area down here at the bottom shows you how many observations there are. Apparently there was one day for some reason here, and I think that may be February 29th, or it's sort of blank there because it only occurs every 4 years. But other than that, you can see that there's a tremendous amount of observations. So up here, there's all sorts of different parameters here that you can look at. Some of them, wouldn't make sense unless you were in the field of meteorology. But if I'm taking a look at this here, let me go down to, because I remember seeing this earlier. Yeah, surface temperature, okay? So we'll keep it at Greensboro. And here you can see all of the values going back to 1948. And this is a histogram down in here, okay? So these are average temperatures. These aren't high. These are average temperatures. And you can see that it sort of has the shape of a bell. It's sort of a fat bell there, okay? And the 70-degree readings, we have more of those than any other temperature reading during the year. But basically, you can see, the same idea here, the 25th to the 75th percentile, the 90th percentile, the 10th percentile down here. And so you can do this for any variable you want in that list. And over here, it tells you the max and the min values, the top 10, if you will, for all of those specific dates. So let's see if we can't look at maybe one more here. And I remember seeing surface dew point. And let's see if I can locate that. There it is. Okay. And so remember, the higher the dew point, the more water vapor there is in the air. And so I found this interesting in the sense that you see how the ribbon here is wider than it is up in here. So there's more variance in the dew point in January and also into the winter months here. But during the summertime, during the dead of summer, there's very little variance. And we can probably testify to that, can't we? That once it gets hot and humid around these parts, it really doesn't change a whole lot over the course of the period July, August, maybe even into September. And so I guess that's not terribly surprising to look at that and see that particular trend. But if you're curious, just go to this site again. Just type in SPC and then climatology, or even Climo. I think will get you there. And then you can just sort of play around with it. And there's all sorts of different options, different drop-down menus that you can change this and change that and so forth. So if you're a true weather hobbyist, this might be a way for you to blow away some time someday, and just have some fun with it. All right, folks, that's it for now. That is bonus weather video number 2 for this week. Number 3 will be coming up Friday, and we'll see you, of course, tomorrow with the next daily update. So you all take care, folks. We'll talk to you soon. See you later.